Happy sunrise, family. Welcome back to my channel, More Affirmative. I decided to do something a little different. I mean, I guess it's not necessarily different because there are other YouTubers that are doing this, but this is my first time doing this, so it's different for me. So we're gonna do a Booktube Newbie Tag. I actually got this idea from a YouTuber, booktuber, shall I say, that I literally just subscribed to. I can't remember her name right now, so I will tag her page or show y'all her page or whatever. I actually love her channel. She's so cute. She is so bubbly. She's so funny, and I just love it over there. I got this idea from her, and crazy enough, she said she didn't do this tag because she thought you had to be a seasonal booktuber in order to do it. I personally didn't do this tag because I thought I had to be brand new to this, you know. Now, granted, I haven't been in this booktube community for that long. I'm only like 5 months in, maybe 6 tops. So I'm still fairly new to the gang. So I did feel like this would be a great opportunity for y'all to get to know me in the book community. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. The first question that we have here is, why did you start this channel? So I actually started my channel in 2018, believe it or not. Now, my channel didn't start off as a booktube channel. My channel actually started off as affirmations. I was one of those people that was posting videos to kind of help pump you up for the day, pouring into you, you know, give you the affirmations that you may have been needing, things of that nature. And then I kind of transitioned over to the Facebook world again because I deactivated it for years and then I came back with a bang. So I started posting more on Facebook than anything and kind of grew my community over there. Then came back to YouTube and I started incorporating all of the spiritual aspects of myself. As you can see, y'all know my tagline: I read books, I read tarot, I read people. Boom. I had like this aha moment or this eureka moment. To a lot of people, I'm a spiritualist. I'm a spiritual guru. You know, I help them on their spiritual path. To other people, I am, you know, the traveler. I'm always out and about. I'm out the country. I'm going somewhere, right? To other people, I'm a mother. That's it, that's all. And then once I started my book talker journey, then, oh, I'm a reader and all type of things like that. And I kind of got tired of splitting myself into all of these different parts of me because it became a lot. And I'm like, I'm all of these things in one. So why can't I just showcase it in one space, one area, you know? So that's basically how I joined this community. I was already a part of the book world over on TikTok, but then I just kind of gradually just started transferring stuff over to YouTube in hopes that the people that were here solely for the spiritual stuff would just accept the fact like, hey, I'm more than this. I do more than just pull cards, baby. I do more than just talk about your spiritual journeys. Like, I like reading too. I like dancing. I like art. I like all these other things. So that's basically how this channel started and how I got here to this point. Question number 2, what are some unique things you can bring to the booktube community? Okay, so, you know, not to toot my own horn or nothing, but I am really that girl, you know what I'm saying? Truthfully, like, truth be told, whatever platform I go to, I usually just attract a lot of people, and I love that for me. You know, I feel like a very authentic personality. I'm very open about a lot of the things that I'm going through, dealing with, or just being open about my own journey, depending on what depending on what's happening in my life. I am very relatable to a lot of people. So I've heard, you know, because of the things I've been through, or because of the way that I grew up, or the type of person that I am, because I do come off very hard body sometimes. I cuss like a sailor, you know what I mean? So because I'm a regular person, a lot of people tend to relate to my content, or a lot of people just they just like me as a person, you know? I feel like coming to the booktube community, I'm able to bring those same qualities that I put on other platforms or that other people have had the pleasure of seeing. I'm able to bring that to this platform as well, so people can see me, see me in all of my flaws, all of my realness, whatever it is that I have to offer, and I'm funny. So who don't like to laugh? What are you most excited for about this new channel? So I really don't know. I think the thing that excites me the most is the community, if I'm being completely honest. When I started my book talk, I didn't even know a book community existed. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. I genuinely did not know that it was people out here reading books like how I be reading books, enjoying books like how I be enjoying, but I didn't know this was a thing. So when I was on Book Talk and I posted a book for the first time and people started coming out the woodworks, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? I never even heard of Book Talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, Book Talk is literally its own entity on TikTok. You know what I mean? So when I came over to Booktube, it didn't dawn on me that Booktube would be the same. That did not click for me, and I don't know why. When I first came on Booktube and posted book content, I did get a couple of subscribers. Some people did, comment and things like that, but I didn't know that the community was as big as it was. Like, the book world is really this big ass community, and I think that's what excites me the most, is being able to communicate with people that are on the same shit you own. You know what I mean? Like, we all love books, we all love different genres, we all love to talk about books, we all love to review books, and it's a good time. You have people that send you books, send you gifts just for their love of reading. Like, I've never in my 33 years of living experienced this type of community to where everybody just kind of loves each other, loves on each other, supports each other. I've never experienced this before. And that's kind of wild to say. Is my trauma showing? Number 4, why do you love reading? Oh, we're going to be here a while. Okay. I don't have just a one-off answer, to be completely honest. I have so many different reasons for loving reading, or why I got into reading. So I think that's the best way to start it off, is like why I got into it. Would that be the same? Why I got into it, why I love it? I don't really know. But I've been reading since I was like 3 or 4 years old. So I've always had a love for reading, but I kind of stuck with it because it was an outlet, the same as any creative thing that I do. I'm a creative in general, okay? Anything that has to do with creativity, I'm all over it. So when I wasn't able to do those other things, reading was just always, between reading and dancing, that was always like my go-to. Reading helped me escape a lot of things as a kid because I kind of grew up in a very toxic environment, to say the least. There was just always arguing and yelling and just loudness, just loud, So after a while, reading just became a way to escape my reality. And not necessarily to run away from my reality, but just to kind of tune shit out, That's the same reason why I listen to music so much, because it just helps me tune out the outside noise, right? So reading does the same. And as I got older, it just kind of stuck with me. Now that I'm, a smooth 33, I still read as a way to escape my reality or whatever the case may be. But I also enjoy the fact that I just connect so much with the story. I connect with the characters. I connect with the storyline. I can vividly see what's happening in the book, and that's a gift that I have. Even just having a basic conversation with somebody, you could be telling me a story, telling me something that transpired in your life or what just happened yesterday. And while you're talking to me, I'm vividly seeing everything. Like I got a whole movie going on in my head. And that's probably why my forehead is so big. You think so? You think? I just love the way that reading makes me feel. I love the way that a story makes me feel, how a character can make you feel, whether it's anger, happiness, sadness, you know, whatever. I just love all the feels that comes with the stories that I'm reading. Reading is life-changing, honestly. You can heal from reading other stories. You can learn from reading different books. You can grow from reading different books, even if it's fictional. You know, you can relate to a lot of the stories that you read. And I think that's also very therapeutic in a way. Another reason why I love reading is because I do have ADHD. That's something that I talk about, you know, every now and then on my channel. Or I'll make a little jokey joke or reference to being neurospicy. But because I am ADHD and because I have an overactive mind, also for those that know spiritual shit in the, you know, in the birth charts and things, I have a Mars in Gemini too. So if you know, you know. So my brain is just always on go. It's always moving. It's always going. It's always just all over the fucking place to the point where it frustrates me. I get frustrated because I just cannot like deal with the hype that's going on in my head around the clock. So sometimes if it's not dancing or music that's helping me ground myself or any other form of creative shit that I get into, reading kind of helps center me to where I'm able to like slow my brain down enough to focus on the story at hand and not the 50 million things that's going on in my head at once. So that's another reason why I genuinely just love disappearing into a book. Okay, the next question is, what is my favorite book? And y'all, I don't know how to answer that because I have so many different favorites depending on the genre, depending on, I don't know. So I will give you my favorite right now. And I'm not going to say too much about the book because I'll probably mention this book in a wrap up soon. So I'm not going to say too much. But right now, my all-time favorite book of 2024 is a book that I just completed last week. And it's called Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This book is so... I don't even have the words. It's life-changing. It's life-altering. It is thought-provoking. And I'm really trying not to go into detail with everything because, again, I'm going to talk about this book on a later vlog. But I love this book, okay? I love this book. This is definitely my all-time favorite book right now of 2024. I had a favorite previously. This trumped that. Now, this is it's kind of all wrapped up in one. They call it, it's a thriller, a suspense, and a romance all wrapped up in one. And it ate down, baby. This book ate the fuck down. This book ate down. I've never actually read like a sci-fi type of situation. This was my first like sci-fi type book, I think. And it did not disappoint. I really, really and truly love this book. So if I have to say my favorite book right now, because my favorites constantly change, right now at this moment in time, is definitely Dark Matter. The next question was my least favorite book. I don't think I actually have a least favorite. I have some books that just didn't tickle my fancy. I have some books that I, you know, DNF'd for different reasons, but I don't think I actually have a book that was just like, I don't think I have a book that I think about and be like, oh God, I hated that book. Oh, that book was just so trash. Oh my God, like that was my least favorite read ever. I don't think I have one. Cause, and fingers crossed, it never gets to that point. I would hate to read a book to where I'm constantly thinking about how much I hated it. Like, fingers crossed, we don't ever experience that over on this side of town. But yeah, I don't have one. How do you feel about cliffhangers? That's a bittersweet. Cliffhangers are so fucking bittersweet. I enjoy them. But it does raise my anxiety, baby. I'm not gonna lie. Especially if the next book to explain said cliffhanger is not out yet. Oh, baby, I'm losing my shit. I'm losing my mind. I probably done tossed the book across the room.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Ain't no telling. I might flip this whole damn bookshelf over. I'm lying, because it took me forever to get this shit together. But yeah, I'm indifferent. I do love them because I love the plot. I live for the plot, baby. We live for the plot. So if it ends on a cliffhanger, I don't know. Some books that kind of got me for real, y'all, on a cliffhanger, it would have to be Hunting and Hunting Adeline. The way Hunting Adeline ended, I was so upset that I did not have the second book on hand. But it's not going to get here until the 17th. Y'all, it's the 12th. I got to wait 5 more days to find out what the fuck just happened. I was mad, and everybody kept telling me, baby, you got to get the second book. You will be mad. They wasn't lying. They was not lying. I was livid that I did not have that second book, because the way that first one ended, it was like, baby, what? Another one, I would have to say the Keeper series by M.L. Burns. Each one of her books always ends on a cliffhanger. Each one. And right now I'm still waiting on the third book in the series to drop. It probably won't be coming out. I can't remember if the arc is coming out in November or if the actual book is coming out in November. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that now. But Mel is diabolical. M.L. Burns is diabolical with her books. Them cliffhangers be cliffhanging. Okay? And I think another one would be Rebecca Yarrow's, how you say, Imperial series. I think that's how you say it. The way those books end on cliffhangers, like if it's cliffhangers like that, like, you know, cool. But my anxiety still be in the air because now I gotta wait. We gotta wait until next year before the third book and damn Fourth Wing Iron Flame come out. Like, that's crazy. That's nasty work, Rebecca. Nasty work. So I guess I would say indifferent. I'm indifferent. You know, if it's there, it's there. If it's not, whatever. Okay, the next question says hardcover or paperback. So it's crazy because initially starting, I enjoyed a hardcover. I love a hardcover. I love a hardcover book. But now that I'm like really, really knee deep in my book bag now, in my reading bag, paperbacks might be that girl. I'm not going to hold you. Paperbacks just might be that girl for real. I think I'm along the lines of like loving a hardback based on aesthetic purposes. I just love how a hardback looks. I love how it looks in my hand. I love how it looks on the bookshelf, you know. But reading, it's easier to read a paperback because hardbacks be heavy. Them hardcover books be heavy as hell, you know. But them paperbacks, you know, it's easy on the hands. So I don't know. I think I am converting over to a paperback girly. However, I still love my hardbacks. I just love how they look. You know, I love it. I love an aesthetically pleasing cover and an aesthetically pleasing book. That's just how I feel about it. Okay, the next question is, what kind of books do you like to read? Ooh, good question. So, my go-to genres is dark romance and also self-help and development. I'll read anything because I'm a mood reader. My go-to genres is for sure dark romance and self-development and growth and things of that nature. So like behind me, I have 3 shelves. This shelf, and this shelf is all self-development. I love books that's going to help me grow, help me heal, help me learn. I'm one of them, okay? I love learning. I can't get enough of learning. So anything that's going to help me be a better person, help me show up as a better person, as the best version of myself, the highest version of myself, I'm getting into it. It's just who I am. Now, I also enjoy dark romance, and I don't know if that's because it's the Scorpio in me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the Scorpio in me or if it's the trauma talking. Either way it goes, it does something to me. I just love the dark romance genre. Like, now don't get it twisted. It do be a lot of shit in there that be like, bitch, is you okay? Ain't no reason why you should be like loving this the way you loving this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But either way it goes, I think the reason why I love dark romance so much isn't so much because of the darkness and the grittiness of it all. I love the character development. One thing about me when it comes to a book, you got to be growing up, baby. You got to be growing up. You know what I'm saying? I don't really connect a lot with books where the characters are kind of in the same cycles, okay? And with me being a spiritualist, a spiritual teacher or whatever, a lot of the things that I teach my clients or that I work with my clients on is accountability and self-growth, right? So even when I'm reading books, it doesn't even matter if it's fictional. I want to see you growing up. I want to see you healing. I want to see you learning from whatever it was that you went through. Because one of the things that I've been through a lot of shit, y'all, but at the end of the day, I'm not my trauma. And that's the same things that I teach my clients. Like, you are more than your trauma. You're more than your circumstances. You're more than the shit that you've been through. Those were just life experiences. It doesn't define who you are. So reading dark romances and seeing the shit that these men or these women go through in these storylines, and they heal from it, they grow from it, they learn from it, they change their life around in some way, shape, or form. I eat that shit up. I eat it up. I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy it. So it's not so much the trauma or the darkness of it all. Is really watching the characters develop and grow into a better version of themselves based off of whatever their circumstances were in the story, you know? So I love it. I love it. And plus the spiciness I ain't complaining about that either. What is the last book you recommended to someone? Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. And I'll recommend it again. Y'all, please go read this book. Please go read this book. If you have read it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you do go read it, make sure you double back so we can talk about it. Please read this book, y'all. Please read this book. Read this book. What challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel would be the hardest to overcome? That's actually a really good question. I feel like some of the hardest things to overcome as far as a Booktube channel or as far as a creative in general, a content creator in general, is keeping up with the trends. Losing yourself in the trends, I think, is a better way to describe what it is I'm trying to say. Staying true to you, staying true to yourself. Because when you see other people that's on the same wavelength as you, you know, you see people that's doing book content, or you see people that's doing spiritual content, you know, or you see people that's doing the niches that you love to do, right? Sometimes you start to compare yourself to the other creators. You know, you compare the amount of followers that they have compared to you. You compare the type of content that you put out compared to others. You compare, and if we're talking about solely talking about the book community, it even gets to a point to where you're starting to compare how much you read, the amount of books you've read compared to somebody else, or the type of books that you enjoy compared to somebody else. You know, I think the hardest part about being a booktuber or just being a content creator in general is just truly it's really just staying true to yourself. The things that you enjoy, the things that you want to talk about, the things that you want to showcase, the sides of you that you want other people to see or to be a part of, the bubble that you want to create for the tribe that's meant for you. I think that's the hardest thing, because we do live in a world to where it's kind of hard not to compare. Especially in today's time when social media is all over the place. You got content creators, you got influencers, you got, you know, Hollywood, people that you look up to or people that you admire, and you feel like you're supposed to embody whatever it is that they're giving, right? And in reality, there's really only one you. You might be doing the same things as other people, but you might be delivering it differently, or you might be showing up differently to where other people can relate to you more than relate to that popular person down the street. You know what I mean? So I think that's the hardest part about coming on BookTube or Book Talk or just social media in general, is staying true to yourself, not allowing everything that you see in these different communities, you know, make you feel less than or make you feel as if you don't have what it takes. You know what I mean? Or make you switch up who you are to kind of be someone you're not. You know? And I just feel like anybody that starts a booktube or that starts, you know, content creating or whatever the case may be, stay true to yourself. Always remember your why. Always remember, you know, what you're doing and what for and who you're doing it for. Don't compete with others or don't feel like you have to compete with others. Stay in your own lane. You know what I'm saying? Grow within your lane. Branch out if you need to or if you want to, depending on what you have going on. But never change who you are for the benefit of others. If you're going to change, do it for you. Right? Yeah, do it for you. I hope that answered that question. I don't even think this question is on here, but I kind of want to add it on here. What is your favorite season? People like reading romances in the summertime and reading the like Christmas type stuff, the mushy gushy holiday spirit type stuff in the wintertime and stuff like that. Me personally, I'm a spooky season girl, okay? I am spooky season. Then my birthday's in November too, so I come alive in the fall time, baby. I think fall is the prettiest season. I think fall is the most energetic season for me personally. I feel the best in the fall time, and I just genuinely love spooky season. I love Halloween. I love the dress up. I love the colors of fall. I love the decorations in fall time. I love the air in fall time. You know what I mean? So naturally, I enjoy spooky season when it comes to reading. I love spooky season. I want all of the spooky books. I want the dark romance books. I want the suspense and mystery books. I want the witchy type books, you know, the little cozy witchy and cozy mystery books. I want all of that. All of that. I love spooky season. Spooky season is the best for me for reading. Okay, the next question is, what book are you currently reading? So I am actually in between I'm in between a series right now. Is it like the 5 love languages? I don't remember what it's called. Hold on, y'all, because I was reading it on my Kindle. Yes, I am officially a Kindle girly, y'all. I've been in the Kindle girly realm for almost a year. I'll definitely do a video on my opinion about the Kindle and if I think it's worth it and all of the things. But Erotic Love Language by Brianne Deney. This is a urban spicy fiction, I guess, and I think it's either 5 or 6 different books in the series, but they're all fairly short. Some of them I think they range between like 60 to 100 and something pages, depending on which book you're getting into. And there's 6 in total. I'm actually on the last one right now called All For You. I started reading these just solely because of the covers. The covers eat down. Each one of the covers has a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brown skinned woman, and they just eat. And the stories are so stinking cute, y'all. So I'm actually in the middle of the last book in the series right now. I'm not sure how far into the book I am because I actually fell asleep on it last night. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm only 11% in. I'm only 11% in, y'all. So I ain't get that far. I ain't get that far. But I'm actually enjoying this series so far. This is my first time reading anything by this particular author. I'm actually enjoying her work so far. So I might see what else she has in her catalog. Another book that I'm actually getting ready to start buddy reading though is 5 Brothers by Penelope Douglas. I actually just found out that this is a spin-off from Tri-Six Venom. Tri-Six Venom was about the sister, Olivia Yeager. And this one is about Olivia's brothers, and she has 5 of them. So I'm very interested to see what this is going to be about. I actually read Tri-Six Venom during Sapphic Month. I read that as one of the Sapphic books, and I liked it, didn't love it. for different reasons. You can go watch that wrap up and I'll explain all of the reasons why I wasn't that much of a fan, but it was a good read. So I'm interested to see how this book is going to go. I am actually a fan of Penelope Douglas. I do like her books so far, the ones that I've gotten into. So yeah, I'm supposed to be starting this week. We'll see how that goes. Where do I read? Baby, anywhere. It don't matter. It don't matter. I can read on the floor. I can read on the chair. I can read over here. I can read over there. I can read in your... I can read any way you can handle it.
I can get anything you can handle.
I literally read anywhere. I read anywhere. My Kindle goes everywhere. I can literally just be going up the street to the store and best believe my Kindle's going to be in my bag. I know I'm not going to turn it on. I know I'm not about to read nothing, but it's coming with me just in case. You never know. You never know. So yeah, it don't matter what I'm doing, where I am. Either I'm listening to an Audible. If I'm on the road or something, I could be listening to an Audible. If I'm driving or if I'm passenger seat riding, I'll be reading my Kindle or my hardback copy, depending on what I'm doing in the moment. I read in the restaurant. I'll read at the beach. I'll read in the bed. I'll read on the couch. I'll read in the car. Like, it does not matter. Wherever it is I am, best believe the Kindle or the book coming out. Who is my favorite author? Wow. Ah, man. My favorite author. See, I'm weird, y'all, because I don't have one. I'll just say who my favorites are right now at this moment in time, okay? M.L. Burns, Blake Crouch, Rebecca Yarros, Bella J, Chantel Tessier. I'm missing one. But right now, at this moment in time, those are definitely 5 of my favorite authors just based off of the books that I've read thus far. What is the saddest book you've ever read, child? The saddest book that I've read so far, okay? And I'm going to tell you like this, baby. It takes a lot to make me cry, okay? I have friends that have only seen me cry all of like maybe 2 times in our entire existence, all right? My eyes may water up a little bit, but very rare will them tears drop. A book that actually had me boo-hoo crying for 3 days was Dash by Chantel Tessier. I have never had my heart ripped to shreds like that from a book before. I've read some sad shit. I've read some shit that actually hit me, you know, in the heart space. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. That's fucked up. Why would y'all do that? You know, like I've read some things like that. I've read some things that made me extremely happy and my eyes watered a little bit or whatever. But like actually cry, like drop thug tears. Yeah. Nothing has topped Dash by Chantel Tessier yet. That book lives with me in the back of my brain. To this day, I still can't believe she thought that was okay. Why would you do that to me? You know? Yeah, if you've read that book, drop it in the comments, let me know. But baby, that book had me in here snotting. Okay, I was so upset. How many books are you planning to read this year? So I actually set my Goodreads goal to 80 books this year. Last year I read, I think like 62 or something like that. I didn't have a goal last year. I was just reading nonstop last year because I finally got back in my reading bag consistently and I was just on go mode. So I was just reading. I didn't necessarily have a goal. So because I hit 62 books last year, I said, okay, well, I'm going to challenge myself to see if I can read 80. If I make it, cool. If not, cool. But yeah, that's my goal this year. And I think I'm almost there, actually. Let's go look. I am currently at 68 books for the year. And Goodreads says I am 21 books ahead of schedule, which is shocking because I don't know how the hell I'm doing it. Will this consistent flow last for the whole year? I don't know. We'll see. But right now, I'm at 68. Not too shabby. How many books can you read at once? Baby, I got ADHD. Not a lot. Not a lot. I think the most I've read at one time is 2. I don't think I can go past 2. Baby, I can't even text more than 2 people at a time, or I'm tossing my phone across the floor. I can't handle it. My brain can't handle it. I get overwhelmed very, very easily. The most I've read at a time is 2 books. And the only reason that I'm able to do that is if I'm buddy reading. If I'm buddy reading a book with somebody, and we set a particular set of chapters at a time, I'll read those chapters. And then because I still want to read, I'll just read something that I want to read. That way it's easier for me to go back and forth. But outside of that, I can't just read 2 books at one time. Like, I got to be doing it with a purpose. Yeah, so my minimum is 2. That's all I got. Have you met an author or writer in person? Yes, I have. So if you have not seen my Reader's Sake Denver vlog, please go ahead and scurry on over and watch that, because that was my first time going to a book convention. As y'all know, that book convention was ass for so many different reasons. And I do also have a vlog on that as well if you want all the tea for everything that transpired during that convention. But if you just want to watch me meet all of these beautiful, beautiful authors, definitely watch that vlog. I've met so many. I met Rebecca Yarros. I met Chantel Tessier. I met Jessie Hall. I met Mariah Kingsley. I met so many. Natasha, LT Ryan, who else? I think Daisy Jane was there. Yeah, I met a couple, y'all. It was a lot of authors that were there. NJ Gray, Aaron Hawkins was there. Rebecca Zanetti, Emily Rath was there. I met a lot, y'all. I met a lot of authors this year, back in April. So I can scratch that off my list. Of course, those aren't the only authors that I want to meet, but I'm just so happy that I was able to meet some of the ones that I had just gotten into, either that year or last year. Like, I just got hip to their books and fell in love. So to be able to meet them while I'm already on this high when it comes to their books, it was great. It was amazing. I loved it so much. Won't be my last convention, despite the shit show that it was, but if I'm looking at just the highlights of that time frame, yeah, meeting them definitely was a highlight. By now, y'all know my baby Mike stay on. It stay on. She gonna be singing in the back of a video, Lord. If you could change one thing about the book community, what will it be, and how will you contribute to that change? If I could change one thing about the book community, because I have realized that the book community does have some drama. I'm fortunate enough to where I don't ever see the drama unless y'all talking about it. Unless I come across it on Book Talk or Booktube, I don't know what the hell be going on. My side of the book community be popping. We ain't got no problems and no drama over this way. So, whatever's clever. But one thing that I would change for me personally would be the judgment. I would change the judgment. I just feel like people shouldn't be judged for the type of books that they like to read. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody likes dark romance doesn't mean that they enjoy those things in real life. It's fiction. You know what I mean? Like, nobody really wants to get kidnapped and essayed in real life. I mean, come the fuck on. Like, let's be so fucking for real right now. We all reading at the end of the day. Everybody's reading. Let's focus on that. I feel like we should be opening our minds and our book palette, so to speak, to other authors outside of the mainstream ones. That's not to take away from the mainstream authors, because hell, if they're there in the mainstream, they put in the work to be there, right? But I do feel like there are other authors out there that do deserve the same clout, do deserve the same attention, do deserve the same time and recognition, right? Especially the indie authors, especially the Black authors. You know what I mean? Like, there's other authors out there, and I do feel like for me, one thing that I would help bring a change to is talking about indie authors on my channel, talking about Black authors on my channel, as well as the other authors that are already well known. I like diversity. So for me personally, I'm going to make sure that on my channel, I'm talking about diverse books, not just one particular lane, one particular field, because I want those that are watching me to be able to find other things that they usually don't read. You know what I mean? I'm a dark romance girly, but I bet you I'll get you to read one of them just based off of my content. I'll get you intrigued to at least read one of them. Same thing with fantasy. Same thing with, self-help and development. Like, the way that I do my content and the way that I talk about my books and the way that I review my books, I'm going to make sure that I give you some type of experience to where you're going to end up opening up your world to experience something outside of what you're used to. And I feel like that's the only way that I can really contribute to that change. And I'm going to keep doing that. So that's all I got. Those are all of my questions, y'all. I hope that y'all enjoyed. Please, please, please feel free to drop down any additional questions that you may have for me in the comments below. If you made it this far throughout the video, drop some hearts in the comment section for me, so I know that you here with me, you rocking with me, you love this type of content that I'm pushing out for you and all of the things. But outside of that, I thank y'all for chilling with me. Thank you for kicking it with me. Thank you for coming back, vibing with me, relaxing with me, talking with me, laughing with me, and all of the things, y'all. I love y'all so much, and I will catch you in the next vlog, okay? Bye.